If you've heard about the current or the recent tax law that will be effective on the 1st of January 2026, I can explain what this means for you as an individual, a company, or as a business person. This video is expected to help you stay enlightened in whatever you're going to do generally starting from now. So we're talking about the higher costs, the strict enforcement, and everything when it comes to price tags that is going to start happening. And now this is November. Remember that the law has been signed and it will be effective on the 1st of January 2026. What do you need to know about this? It will help you. When this law was signed up, 26th of June 2025, what happened was that the president signed a suite of tax reforms acts into the law. Most importantly, the Nigerian Tax Act 2025. This is a total overhaul of the Nigerian tax landscape designed to unify, modernize, and to streamline our messy tax system, right? In simple terms, instead of dealing with separate laws like the company income tax, what we know as the CITA, and also the personal income tax, the PITA, and the capital gains tax, which is the CGTA, they have all been rolled into one comprehensive law. This new system is set to begin on the 1st of January 2026, aimed to broaden the tax base, boost the government's revenues, and also enhance compliance. They are also replacing the FIRS with the new, more powerful Nigerian Revenue Service, and also it affects everyone. As an individual and as a progressive PTIA, a new and more progressive personal income tax and a regime is introduced. The low-income earners, those earning as low as 800,000 naira or even less annually, are now exempted from the PIT, which is a huge relief. Then we also have the rent relief. Tenants can benefit from the deductible rent relief of up to 20% of their annual rent with a cap, making renting slightly more affordable. And for businesses, especially small and medium scale businesses, the small company tax exemption, companies with an annual turnover of 100 million naira or less are now exempted from the company income tax and the capital gains tax. This is a massive boost for small entrepreneurs or small enterprises. The VAT, when it comes to VAT, while the initial bill proposed increases, the final act solidifies the VAT administration. Now, what does this mean for the real estate sector in Nigeria? It's necessary to also understand how this law impacts every sector that we are involved in. When it comes to real estate is gold. And whilst the new law claims for clarity and even more for few exemptions, some key changes will significantly raise the cost of property transactions starting from 2026. So now we're going to have a stricter capital gains tax, which is CGT enforcement. So it's going to be enforced. When it comes to that, it will be absorbed. Profits made on the sale, transfer, or compulsory acquisition of investment of land and buildings are explicitly subject to CGT. More importantly, the new act unifies the framework, ensuring stricter enforcement on all property gains, calculating the tax based on the actual profits realized. This closes the previous loopholes. Don't worry, I'm going to explain this a lot better. Then we also necessarily understand the reinforced stamp duties. The new act reaffirms and strengthens that all property sales, leases, deeds of assignments, and mortgages are chargeable instruments subject to stamp duty. What this also simply means is that it is now has a stricter compliance and is mandated that everyone fails through it. And failure to document that with a set period can render them legally invalid in court proceedings. Transaction delays will become more costly and legally risky. When it comes to VAT and the professional services, the sale of bare land and land titles is exempt from the VAT, which is good news, I think. And however, VAT still applies to real estate professional services like the agencies, the commissions, the valuation fees, and legal conveyance charges, adding to the total transaction cost. Why you should know about this is that when you are ready to buy that property, especially this year, it's necessary you know that you will get it at a lower cost and less complexity compared to when you're going to buy in the year 2026. All right, here are the key takeaways that you also have to pay attention to and stay abreast of the situation. By acting now in the year 2025, you can avoid higher transaction costs. In all of this rightly said, why should you buy land in the year 2025? To avoid being overly taxed because you bought that particular property in the year 2026. So here are the few things you have to pay attention to that will help you moving forward. The current window of opportunity in Nigeria is, would I say, gradually closing. And when you act now by investing in real estate, especially in 2025, you can avoid higher transaction costs. You can close your deals before the tighter enforcement mechanisms for stamp duties and capital gain tax kicks in on the 1st of January 2026. While the core rates might still have changed drastically, the unified and the digitized enforcement by the Nigerian Revenue Service means compliance failures will be far more costly. The lock-in on pre-reformed conditions. Completing your land purchase and getting your documents stamped before the effective date means your transaction is governed by the slightly looser administrative rules of the outgoing era, reducing the risk of being caught in the immediate, often confusing transaction periods of the new laws. Now, let's understand that it also beats market inflation. Any increase in compliance cost or tax enforcement on developers or sellers will eventually be passed on to the buyers in the form of higher property prices. Buying now helps you secure the current price point before the industry adjusts to the new financial reality of 2026. Secure your investment before the transaction environment becomes more expensive and complex. All right, so what are you going to do today after watching this video? And if you found value in this video, let me know in the comment section. And if you have further questions or clarifications, do let me know and I will bring answers your way. So if you're a buyer or a realtor or a business person who wants to invest in real estate, do not wait until it is too late and you have to pay more. The new government tax law reforms is a game changer for Nigerians, and especially in people who are investing in real estate. So you have to stay aware, rest assured that you are informed in purchasing of documents or purchasing of properties in the coming year. Wealth is action. You take action and you make sure that you are doing the right thing you are supposed to do, and by so doing you'll be rest assured that you are investing in real estate and buying more properties. My name is Esther Jeff Anozie, and I also believe so much of being knowledgeable in what is happening in our country, especially in Nigeria, and that is why I have to bring these polished details to you for you to stay aware of what is happening in our country. All right, it's going to affect everybody, and it also helps you stay aware of what is happening. And if you're wondering why I brought up this fully informative video, I help you buy safe and profitable properties in Abuja, and also sharing this information to my people, to my clients, to my prospects out there helps them know what is happening in Nigeria. And I would rightly say that this is a great move. This is a great fix also. If eventually done well and right, it will help the system have a more regulated tax forms or tax reforms, which will help us do what is right and when it is necessary. Until I see you again, keep on investing in real estate and do well to reach out to me if you have any further questions or clarifications you need regarding investing in Abuja, and I'll be of great help to you. See you in my next video, and bye for now.